Good morning guys, welcome back to the vlog. Chris and I are out here. We just drove and parked close to the agent's office here because we're close to the house at this point. So it's about 1.5 months now before we get to move into our new house. Yay! So we are just out here waiting for the agent to come take us up to the house because we've been invited today to, I think it's for a house inspection, because they are done with the shell and they are about to plaster, so they just need us to take a look at what's been done. We have chosen our fittings also. I'm not sure if that is also going to be installed already, but we are just going to take a look at what exactly the house looks like internally. And yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, we're going to be wearing all of this today.
Actually, check if
try it to be my size. Okay. All right. Sorry. Looks like 2 left legs. My goodness. Okay. Let's see. Size 5. I'm a size 6. Okay. It's perfect. Yeah. What do you call this thing we're going for today?
Pre-plaster tour.
Pre-plaster tour, not site inspection. I am just a follow.
The pre-plaster tour is so you can see what's behind the scenes, which just gives you a good idea of where you can and can't drill and hang stuff, and you know the danger zones, if you like, of where your electric cabling is going to be. We do everything in kind of zones. You'll see it better when we go down to the next level where the zones are. But for your own peace of mind and the purposes of, you know, decorating, hanging stuff, the sort of things that you want to take pictures of are this. So this is
where the wires are.
Yeah, it's where your radiator is going to be. Plastic pipe work we install for radiators. The radiators sit roughly around this area here. So, you know, just so those pipeworks will be slightly above the radiator, behind the scenes, if you like.
Okay. There it is. Pretty big news. We are in the process of buying a home. Guys, so exciting. So I know it's almost beginning to feel like this entire year I have been pregnant, but you know, I have moved on. I've had my beautiful baby boy. He is so precious and he's thriving. I'm trying so hard not to go into extinction, guys, and for my brain not to shrink. And I think now I appreciate why these questions come to women, where it's like, how do you balance motherhood, career, and you know, your marriage? Because it's a whole lot for one person to carry. I'm just struggling, you know, just to stay at the top of my own game, even though that's not what we're here to talk about today, guys. We are getting our very first home and it's a new build. I know that there is a lot of debate out there about new builds, but for us, we are foreigners. We have no clue about DIYing, and I think it's the most convenient thing for us to do at this point in our lives. So yes, we are getting a new build, guys. This is not any show off or, you know, bragging video. If you've been watching my videos from the past, you will know that I love empty house tours. I love just home videos once in a while. Of course, for me, it's like a journey, a process to this point. So if you've been watching my videos from at least September last year, you know that Chris and I moved from a college apartment to this particular one. And I mean, that one was like, the old one was, it was pretty traditional, very, you know, old, quaint, student-like life. You know, we stayed there for some time, and when we decided to move to the next house, we decided, let's get something a little bit, you know, more modern, nicer, contemporary, moving on with the times, you know. And we landed in this particular apartment. Now, when we got in here, we had no clue about how long we're going to be staying here. There was no plan per se. I mean, the lease here was supposed to be 5 years, so the plan was at least 3 years, considering how long his program is going to be. Thankfully for me, I mean, I don't have a problem wherever he gets to move to, because my career is in demand in most of the places that we've been living in, so it's not been a problem for me at all. But once we moved in here, you know that as God will have it, by November last year, we got pregnant by God's special mercies. And I think one thing that life transforming event did for us was it kind of just put life into perspective on what exactly we're going to be doing next, at least for Chris, who is the head of my home. So he decided that it was time for us to get into the property market. I mean, we've been saving before these years, you know, working hard, just saving. not sure about when exactly we're going to be buying this home. There was no discussion about it. We knew that it was something we wanted to do in the future. So when I was like towards the end of my first trimester, you know, I got back home from work and he'd been doing the back work, paperwork, everything had been sorted out before he even brought me into it, which I kind of appreciate, but somehow it wasn't the best, because by the time he now brought me into it, I kind of felt a shock. I felt like I didn't know what to expect, because I mean, I've been in the rental market all along, so I didn't know what kind of questions to ask when it came to buying a home, you know. So by the time we had gone for, so my husband presented me with 4 homes and was like, so I would like you to come with me, let's go view these homes, you know, and then you can decide on which one exactly you like that we can now buy. And like I said, I had no clue about what to expect. So we went to a couple of show homes, I mean those 4 show homes for the agents that we had gone to see. And by the time we had finished that entire process, I remember that every time an agent comes up to me to ask me the question like, so what do you think? Do you have any questions? I had nothing to say. It was just, oh, the house is beautiful, but I don't have any questions, you know, which was because I wasn't carried along from the start. But I mean, I was pregnant and I couldn't do too much thinking, or he didn't want me to be stressed mentally, so he just kind of brought me in at the point where he felt it was convenient. But by the time we now gone into viewing homes, it was like we were clashing because our priorities were different. What he wanted was different from what I wanted. For me, it was more about the location. So we eventually got on with one of the houses that he liked. But by the time we had started the foundation level, which was like a month later, I wake up one day and I'm like, I'm not feeling this house. I don't like the location, you know, like I think we should change plans. And I mean, my husband wasn't finding it funny at that point, but thankfully, he decided to, you know, come to my side, and okay, we were like, no problem. All right, let us go on with this house. And I mean, it wasn't the easiest of things that happened because, guys, I don't know, people romanticize this idea of buying homes. I kept on looking at people and I'm like, how did you guys both decide that this is your dream home? You know, like you both just agreed without any argument, because for us, it wasn't the easiest of thing to decide on. But thank God that we went through all of the conversations that we had to have, and we eventually agreed on one particular house. So yeah, at this point, I mean, we've gone through speaking with insurance, we've done all the, you know, discussions that we need to do with the lawyers and all. And I mean, if you've been following the property market from last year, you know that the best time to buy was actually like at the beginning of COVID. Like with this particular home that we are buying with, I mean, they had a £15,000 incentive that they were offering to NHS workers at the time, but because our keys were not going to be ready by June this year, we couldn't take part in that, you know, in that giveaway, more or less. So we missed out on that one, and I mean, it was so heartbreaking, but yeah. So the best time to buy was actually last year, but by the time we're coming into the property market, the prices were coming up again. But I mean, at the end of the day, the main thing is you're buying a home, you know, which is a whole lot of responsibility, because right now, yeah, things are becoming more real. But I think this is just the best time for us to get into it. And thankfully, you know, baby's here, my mom is here, so she's going to be coming along with us to view this house. I mean, we're picking up our keys in a few days time, pretty exciting. And I'm going to be doing a house tour, you know, to share here on my channel also at some point. So yes, a lot of things coming up, guys. I mean, we don't exactly have furniture at this point because Chris and I have been renting, and through the years it's always been like homes that have been furnished, so we never really got on with buying furniture. It's just been, you know, like little things here and there, like our bed sheets just move in, the house is already furnished. So right now we are starting from the very scratch, and it's a whole lot because there's also a baby. I mean, every time I just think about it, I'm like, at least my baby has his bed. That's what's important. And I'm not going to freak out about it. Everything will work out in time, you know, or with time. So yes, guys, we are making some big moves, and I'll be bringing you guys along with us. I just wanted to, you know, come up here and update you on what exactly is happening, so that when you start seeing me in a new location, you're not wondering like, where exactly is she right now, you know. Anyways guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I'll be bringing along with all the moving vlogs. Hopefully, yeah, they are actually interesting for you to watch. If you have anything that you actually would love to see, let me know in the comment section, because right now, yeah, my brain is somewhere else. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care of yourselves, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, hit the thumbs up button. My name is Chinyere, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.